Hello Capricorn, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Capricorn for the week of September 6th. Now Capricorn, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Capricorn, do understand that the only place you can get anything from me is my website, zaneintuitive.com. Make sure you're using the link below. I'll never ask you for money or contact you for a reading. I am currently not offering readings, so you'll see that they're out of stock, but you can sign up for my email list or just check my website out. I also do daily content on Instagram, so if that's your thing, definitely give me a follow there. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if this message resonates, please do consider hitting that like button so other people can see the video. Subscribe for future updates and drop a comment. Let me know what you think. Also want to say I'm very grateful to the people donating down below. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. Same goes to my Patreons. All right, let's see what we have here, Capricorn. Okay. Potentially a big week for you. Potentially a big week. Make sure everything's in view, and we'll get right into this for you. All right, looks good enough to me. Energy on the bottom. You have the Ten of Cups. So here's the deal. This is the feeling of having everything that you want emotionally. Okay, this is all 10 cups overflowing. It's the full manifestation of the Suit of Cups. It's total happiness. Next to the sun, you can't really find a happier type of energy or card in the tarot. So it's a really nice sign. Potentially, you know what I'm feeling like here? I'm getting two sort of messages that are coming in with that card on the bottom. One, some of you are going to be leaning on your family during a trying time and like really falling back on the support system that you have, which is a great situation to be in. Others of you are manifesting a long-term marriage partner. There is happiness that wants to come out of the cracks here, but you're also going to be dealing with something else in this week potentially. And it doesn't have to be doom and gloom. It's just that it's almost like there's like a life situation coming in here that you just need to kind of handle. And that's part of it, right? That's part of the experience here. So let's just taking a look here. You have right away in the middle, you have the Tower. So this is laying out this is the most important card in this spread. And so to get this in the middle means to me that there's going to be almost a dramatic week or some sort of big situation that happens this week. Now, listen, this is not fear-mongering. The Tower is one of those cards that, you know, is necessary. And the thing is that this is the feeling of being shaken down to your foundation, okay? Sometimes this happens. Sometimes the universe has to step in and say, you know, whatever you're doing right now, however you're operating is not working for you. And we're going to go ahead and change something up. That's what the Tower is. It can feel abrupt. It can feel like an upheaval. However, and here's the most important part, the Tower always leads you to the Star, which is the next card, number 17. And the Star is your wish. So, you know, sometimes we have to go through things. We have to have these events, these Tower moments, to help us see from a higher perspective, to help us see a new way of viewing a situation. And that's what this is coming in here for. And I think for some of you, you're going to lean on a marriage. The reason being is you have this Hierophant here in the previous position. This is a card of marriage, especially when you get it with like something like the Ten of Cups or the Two of Cups. Some of you, the two storylines that I'm getting here is there's something going on either in the material, whether it's at work or in another material situation, maybe you're a student or something like that happening here. And you are going to fall back on your support system to help you through this situation with the Hierophant and the Ten of Cups. Others of you are going through an upheaval in your life, and at the end of this, what you're given is a long-term marriage partner. And that's what I feel very strongly kind of right now on these two messages. Now, the Devil here, this is a card of your shadows. Your shadows are being exposed right now. very clearly, okay? And I do want to point out that you have 15 into 16, a nice progression of events here happening, okay? There was a shadow that you were made aware of. 16 now in your current situation, the tower, it's now coming out into the light, and that's just the way it is. You can't heal it until you're aware of it, and that's part of the path here. So you also, though, have this Seven of Pentacles, which is long-term investments paying off. Okay, so the thing is, you've planted seeds. It's not that you've set yourself up to be able to handle this. So if anything, this is a good situation. You've set yourself up to be able to handle this. You have some system in place, whether that's your support system at home, your family, or even just friends, something like that in place here. Maybe you have money on the side. Maybe you have something like that to be able to weather a storm here. You have something that you've built that's helping you through this upheaval, okay? Because you can't plan for a tower event. You can't. You just have to do your best each and every day, and that's what I feel like is happening here. You have the Knight of Pentacles as well. This is a financial event happening, okay? This is somebody coming in, arriving on their horse, offering you a pentacle. It's a really good card, okay? It's a really good card. It's something that takes a long time to mature. It's not a lottery win. It's the opposite, okay? It's based on the work, the energy, and the effort that you put in. It also says you're a dependable person, and you'll put in the effort to do something. But what's challenging here is you do have good bad news coming in potentially, or disappointing news, or news of delay, something like that happening because of this Page of Swords. Okay, this is either any of those things can be implicated with the Page of Swords, that sort of news. It can be also like the need to be curious, but there's clearly some sort of news being delivered here that you are not expecting in this week. And it could be relating to an investment. It could be relating to a job situation or a school situation, because the Knight of Pentacles is at the end here with the Page of Swords and a Tower. This is a challenge. This is almost, it's going to feel like a blow, maybe, like a blow being delivered here. But at the end of this, everything is going to work out. And remember, if this is not for you, this is one of those readings where you should go do something else, because this is not the point of these readings, and these videos that I make are not to strike fear. It's just to read, potential outcomes for people. And so the thing is, if it's not for you, go do something else. If it is for you, at the end of this, there's going to be a reward. There's going to be something good that comes in. And remember, throughout all of this, fall back on this Ten of Cups, fall back on the structures that you've developed for yourself. So at the end of this, you have the Judgment card. This is an inner awakening. This is a rebirth, okay? You are going through a rebirthing process here. This is the card of karma. Karma being, almost instant karma being rendered here in real time, okay, with this card. But it's leading you to potentially a person, okay? You could, for some of you, this is leading, if you're not in that marriage scenario, this is like a divine union. This is my favorite romance card in the tarot. And so oftentimes we have to, again, it's either, whether that means your current situation falling, like your current relationship falling out, your current job falling out, that has to happen in order to get to the Two of Cups, which is like a perfect partnership or a perfect union or something like that happening. The union that's right for you. And that's what I see happening here. And for others of you, if you're already in this marriage situation, it's leading you to a transformation. It's leading you to a better place for yourself. This Death card, don't be afraid of this. You have the two cards here that people are afraid of. This is Scorpio. Scorpio is a sign that transforms things, okay? They take the parts and the pieces that they have and they turn them into something new. And that's what's happening here. There's a new you being birthed here at the end of all of this. This is a deep reading. Let's go ahead and start to clarify this even more. Now, if you're enjoying this video so far, please do hit that like button and subscribe. Helps my channel grow, helps get the word out. There's also a bell below this video. If you click that bell, you will never miss an update from me. And lastly, Capricorn, really appreciate you being here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I do hope things are going well for you. I also have a Patreon. If you want to support me there, there's a link to that in the description below. Absolutely no pressure though. So we have this card that wanted to fall out here. This is important. So this is the Isis card, magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused. Throughout the upheaval, throughout the tower, throughout being potentially abruptly shown a mode of operating, throughout all this, it's important to stay focused. Okay, if you have a vision, Keep that in the back of your mind. Keep that as your focus here, okay? Because you can manifest something throughout all of this. And during times of upheavals and crises, like I've been saying here, not only do you get things like Two of Cups, but you also get like manifestations that come true, because it puts us into a different vibratory rate, even though it may hurt. Then you also have Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, offer a helping hand, take care of yourself, okay? Especially regulate your energy. If you have time during all of this, do something like do alternative healing, do something here to help yourself. Put your bare feet on the grass or on the sand, wherever you are, and, you know, earth, spend time out in nature while you can. And then you also have Kronos, life force. Express your driving passion, sexual and sensual powers are increased. Some of you just working through those types of issues. I do feel like there's just, I actually want to clarify that because I'm not really sure what's going on here. Yeah, Gaia, Earth connection, be mindful of the planets, to come back to Earth, stay grounded. It just didn't work. I mean, like I said, I do feel like there's just a new energy here, like a new life force energy. I will say, some of you may want to do Qigong, yoga, Reiki, Tai Chi, something like that with life force, and Kuan Yin. But I do feel like more of you are going to resonate with this Gaia card and just getting out in nature, you know, putting your bare feet on the grass to really help yourself throughout all of this. Let's see what else we have here. All right. Okay, Three of Swords. Maybe there's a cheating situation happening here. King of Swords and the Hanged Man. You know, I've been saying this whole time, like, leaning on a marriage. I don't know, maybe there's like the upheaval is divorce, separation. That's what the Three of Swords would indicate. That's literally what that card's about. And you have it on the Hierophant, which is a traditional marriage. King of Swords, someone not being emotional, someone just being logical, not really taking anybody else's thoughts or emotions into consideration. It's good for business, but it can be challenging in love situations. It's almost like swords are very cold, right? Swords are very cold, especially in the tarot. And to get that with the Devil, that can indicate cheating. So, you know, potentially some of you, that is the Tower moment. Even though my intuition this whole time has been you leaning on a marriage or you leaning on a situation. I mean, certainly what could be happening is there was something that happened in the past with a separation, and you're now dealing with the Tower, and then at the end of this you find the Two of Cups. I feel like if you're in this scenario where you're finding the Two of Cups, some of you, that's what you're dealing with. The Hanged Man and the Seven of Pentacles, you've spent a lot of time building something, but sometimes it's time to cut the cord and see where you free fall. Sometimes it's time to make a sacrifice, which is what the Hanging Man is talking about. You have the Strength card, you have the Knight of Swords, and the Star. Okay, see, I love to see the Star anytime I get a Tower reading, because to me, it's all going to work out. Okay, it's all going to work out whenever I get this. Look, the Star is an important card because you need a period of rest and renewal. This is your period of renewal coming in after the upheaval and the challenge and the shock of a Tower. And to me, it looks like this is going to work out. The Star is also a wish granted, which, like I said, you know, during these times of upheaval, you get yourself into a different vibratory rate, and then things happen, like things come in. It's not always doom and gloom. There are good things that arise from the ashes, if you will, during these periods. This is going to happen chaotically. There's a chaotic event coming in, whether that is getting severed from a job, or you know, a divorce happening for some of you. But I do feel like there's chaos here. But the thing is, you have strength throughout all of this. You're definitely somebody who's going to get through this with that Strength card. Bold energy, assertive, being courageous, so courageous that you can walk next to a lion. That sort of energy here that you have in this reading. Four of Cups. Two of Cups on top of itself, and the Devil. There's instant karma being rendered here with the Devil and the Death card. The Devil now coming in twice, and the Judgment card up here with the Four of Cups is karma. This person is, like, you could say, like, thinking or meditating or manifesting here under this tree, and they're thinking about these three cups that are familiar to them. But the thing is, there's been a cup this whole time right in front of their eyes that they can't see. And with the Judgment, it's time for you to follow whatever it is that you've been wanting to do for a long time. Time for you to follow that path, and do the path that you want to do. It may just be different. Like, it may be something that other people don't approve of or something like that. But to get the Two of Cups twice with the Star, I do feel like maybe there's like a good karmic partner coming in. I'm not an expert in these sorts of things. I don't know a lot about like twin flames, soulmates, I don't know a lot about that. I just call them divine counterparts, people that you knew from a past lifetime. That's what's at play here. Like some of you coming in to that sort of situation. Yeah, and I just feel like there's karma being rendered here. I do ultimately feel like you are on, it's going to be very, it's like Knight of Swords, card of chaos with the Tower is just like, wow. But again, at the end of all of this, there are so many good things here. This is a journey, okay? This is a journey that you are going on, and there's no question about that. This is going to feel like you've been, it's going to feel like you've gone full circle here throughout. It's like a wild ride is what I feel like saying. It's a wild ride. Yeah, this person just messing with you here. Mature woman, house, high honor, main female. Look, dealing with issues of the feminine, doesn't matter what gender you are interested in. I just feel like the thing is, this Two of Cups is more mature than what you used to have, and this situation playing out is with the other person or the other work environment, and you're getting communication. I do feel like the communication is being delivered to you instead of you delivering the communication. It's coming in for you, but throughout all of this, people really, your integrity is intact. What I need to say is that your integrity is intact with this high honor, the Ten of Cups, and the Star, okay? So it's almost like there are things that you have, as I've been saying from the start of this reading, there are things that you have to fall back on, and you're going to do that with success here. Some of you moving house, deciding to move the residence, something like that happening, legal situation, maybe divorce, something like that going on. But although this is a challenging reading, it's a deep message, and I think it's important for you to remember that sometimes this is part of the experience here on Earth. And remember, good things happen at times. Good things happen at the end of this, right? At the end of Towers. So thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zaneintuitive.com. Consider becoming a Patreon. I will see you in the next one.